Hello there, this is Malak and welcome to subsection 8 or something like that. I can't remember what I decided at the beginning of the last episode or what I was toying with. But either way, of my playthrough of the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. We've been exploring these orky, goblin-y scum that have taken over like a dwarven ruin. We've gotten to the jail, and I'm just going to start investigating. Now, it'd be interesting that the first on the right we know contains that guy that knew Alexandra, but it might be that I'm not famous enough for them to know me, so I might get into a fight. So it'd be curious to see how, if I remember correctly what's in here, how it might differ. You unbolt the door and swing it open. A nauseating stench hits your nostrils. Inside the room, the floor is covered with bones, rotting vegetation, and slime. A wild-haired old man, clothed in rags, rushes at you screaming, "Ah!" Look at that guy. His beard is long and grey, and he's waving an old wooden chair leg. Yeah, it's a chair leg. Is he simply insane as he appears? Or is this some kind of trap? Calm down, dude! You're free! Wow. He just hits me anyway. Yeah, he doesn't recognize me. I suppose I'm dressed as an orc. Yeah. So yeah, I get into an actual full-on fight with this crazy old bastard. Just simple as that. You run the emaciated prisoner through the chest with your weapon as he rushes you. He crumples to the filthy floor in an instant. If only you hadn't been wearing this disguise. Yeah, perhaps you would have not startled him into making a desperate. Yeah, fair point. First door on the left for the tortured screams. Hi, boys. The door is not locked and opens. The room in front of you seems to be a small torture chamber, with various torture devices around the walls. In the centre of the room, two small hunchbacked goblins are having their fiendish way with a dwarf, Misses, who is tied to a hook in the ceiling by his wrists. The two hunchbacks are poking and cutting him viciously with their swords. The dwarf lets out a final scream and falls silent, eyes closed. His captors make disappointed noises and look around angrily at you, as if it was your fault the dwarf collapsed. Rocket doesn't appear to be one of these unfortunate creatures, sadly. I shall press them, though. They might know where he is. Don't suppose you fellows know the goblin jailer, Rocket? One of the goblins sneers and spits on the floor as you mention the name Rocket. Gark! That Rocket fool! Took that dwarf bus to the river prison. Obviously the goblin has no love for Rockgut, and he also views you suspiciously too. A river prison, eh? I've heard that mountain may have an underground river somewhere. I need to get some directions. Let's kill him. I've no love of goblins. I'll just keep going further in and find this river, it'll be fine. What actually 5 skill? Yeah, let's just slide in. Oh yeah, they're the sidesteppy fuckers. I'm actually just gonna right slash the two of them, which is then a clash, which is a bit of a gamble, but it is a big gamble, but at least I killed one of them. And then I'm gonna attack. No, it slid away. I'm gonna attack that tile. Whee. Yes. Got a bit of a wound, but nothing major. You cut down the dwarf. With the last of his strength, he opens his eyes, looks at you, then looks downward. His eyes close again. And this time, he breathes his last. You gently rest the dead dwarf on the floor. As you look around the room, your keen eye notices something amiss with the heel in the dwarf's boot. Let's have a little look. You decide to search the dwarf's boots. There appears to be nothing inside them, but one of them seems to be rattling. You take a closer look and inspect the heel and find that it comes off. Find a small, smooth stone. As you pick up the stone, you notice there is a dwarven rune carved into it. You have a feeling that this will be useful and pocket it. As you have completed such a swift search of the dwarf, you still have time before more goblins. Right, yes, search the goblins. Bravely. Hi, Freya. Thanks for climbing my chair with your sharp murder mittens. Sorry. Bravely, you search the goblins of the 2 dead goblins. Bodies of the goblins. Whatever. As you go through their pockets, you find a small piece of sweet-smelling cheese. Yeah, sure. You take the cheese. Who knows? It might just come in handy. You decide to leave the torch chamber before you were discovered. Second door on the left, I think. Because there's a shield thing. Do I use a shield? I use a crossbow and a sword. I don't think I use a shield. The door is unlocked. Opening it, you find yourself at the threshold of the Orc's weapon store. A torch hangs from one wall, lighting up a small armory. You're distracting me, Freya. I don't know whether you know that. You probably do. He's a little attention seeker. A torch hangs from one wall, lighting up a small armory room stocked with swords, shields, helmets, daggers, breastplates, and the like. See, I don't have a shield, but, you know, maybe. Circular iron shield with a golden crescent lies at the far end of the room. However, as you do not use a shield, it is worthless. Yeah, it's searched anyway, though. You poke around the room. The weapons are blunted and worthless, and the helmets are battered and rusty. You decide to inspect the breastplates, and I examine them. No. I'm gonna actually investigate the thumpy door. It's probably just gonna be an orc in there. He's been trapped by his friend. Oh my god, what the hell? As you approach the door, the banging gets louder and the bolt starts to shake. Come on! Nurk! Let out! Waking up! Oh dear. Sliding back the rusty bolt and opening the door, you come face to face with a panicked-looking goblin with a horrific creature closing in behind it. Oh no. Slimebeast, run! Squeaks the panicked goblin and lashes out at me. Toad-like slime beast joins in on the fray, opening his wide mouth. But hang on a second, it was about to kill the goblin and now they're both teaming up against me? This seems unnecessary. I have no idea how horrible this slime beast is going to be, so I'm just going to move to its side and hope. Okay, it's got a twin attacky thing. I'm going to right slash because it might be that that moves forward and the goblin moves forward. Or they both move. Ah, so it can puke forward. Dodge. No, it'll move first. Yes. And then I'm going to attack in front of me. No, it's sliding to that side. Slide to the side. Yeah. Now what you gonna do? Stabs. Okay. Initially it looks as though there was nothing of value in the slime beast cell. However, upon second glance, you notice a blue candle sitting in the muck. I mean, sure, I guess. Although it is an odd place for a candle, you decide to take it with you. It may come in handy in one of the dark areas of the mountain. I've got so much loot this time around. This keen eye is really, really useful. Look at it. Look at it. Got my lantern in my backpack, which is fine, whatever. A bone charm, an orc disguise, potion of invisibility, a key, a runestone, cheese, and a blue candle. Got loads and loads of stuff. It's awesome. I need a save point. Exiting the dungeon, you hear the sound of water ahead of you, and make out a grilled portcullis at the end of the passageway. Before you can reach the portcullis, you have to cross the bridge that passes over a gully of gurgling, brackish water. You suspect it may actually be a sewer, judging by the smell rising from it. As you make your way toward the bridge, you pass a small creature which appears even uglier than the orcs you have encountered. The goblins salute smartly. Well, as smartly as a goblin can, as you pass by. Then it returns to picking its boils. Yay! I have an achievement! As you cross the bridge, you pass out of sight of the sentry post. Having had enough of looking and smelling like an orc, you discard your disguise. Hope I get my skill point back. I assume I did, although I actually didn't check. Okay. I'm gonna pull the right lever. Oh. Yeah. My keen eye revealed the correct lever anyway. You hear a deep rumbling noise and the ground begins to shudder. Slowly and noisily the portcullis rises into the ceiling. With hesitation, you walk toward the junction, listening carefully. However, you hear nothing down either. Now, I went east the last time, so I'm going to turn west. I think I went east last time. So let's just explore. Ooh. The passage begins to widen, and you soon arrive at another junction. What is going on in there? That's a big boy. I don't want to tangle with him. I'm just going to continue westwards, I think. You cautiously continue down the rocky corridor and stop in front of an open portcullis entrance built into the stone. The sound of clinking chains and monstrous growls can be heard. The corridor continues on to the west. Ah, here's the panicked monk dude. Hi, dude. Suddenly a terrified young acolyte runs into you. His white rune-embroidered robes are torn and smudged with dirt. He looks at you with panic in his wide eyes. I yield! Education isn't worth this much danger, no matter how great the reward. Taking a moment to catch his breath, the student begins to relax. My name is Ian the White, he says. I'm a humble student, seeking entry to the School of Wizardry. You learn that he gained entry, but was deemed unworthy by the Elemental Masters. I wonder if this student knows the whereabouts of Rockgut. Yeah, I'm going to ask about Rockgut. You ask the young acolyte if he's heard of a goblin called Rockgut. No, sorry. Although I did see a poor half-dead dwarf being dragged through a school by a group of goblins 2 days ago. Ooh. Well, it was? Yeah, so... This could well be the goblins I'm looking for. I shall press westwards. Well, okay. You reach a junction where the path turns north through an archway held up by 2 pillars. A narrow passage also runs off to the west. Follow the west passage, I guess. As you walk along the corridor, you can see that it is getting narrower. At one point you stoop, and as you do, so a deep resonating laugh starts up around you. Yeah, fuck it. I ain't going that way. Yeah, let's go this way instead. Ooh, hello. Ooh, this looks fancy. You walk down the passageway and gasp at the sight you discover. Directly in your path is a large pair of wooden doors, carved to look like a menacing fanged mouth. A simple sign reads, "Speak the magic words." As soon as you begin to approach, you startle a nearby lizard. It darts off down toward the doors. They spring to life, as though controlled by magic. They lift and drop dangerously, and as the lizard tries to zip through them, the doors fall and crush it flat. Yeah, I don't want to be lizard. What a ridiculous contraption. I need to be smarter than that lizard. I like how you've got a bull amulet. But either way, magic word. Open wide. Oh god, no. No! What? The hungry doors stop moving and you walk through the corridor. However, as you approach, they begin to come crashing down on top of you. You leap out the way and they graze you as you make it. Oh, so I get hurt, but oh my god, thank goodness for this. And eat provisions, rest. Oof. Okay, so I got injured, but I guess open wide isn't the correct word. Well, this looks like a fancy place. Several meters up the passageway, you arrive at a junction where you may turn either west or east. Head westwards. Westwards where? Oh, there was some sparkles in the other direction now. Damn it! I want to look at the sparkles. You walk westwards along the passageway. You reach a door and are about to open it when you hear a grumbling and crumbling noise. You try to leap back as the ground gives way. Don't fail me, look. Yeah. Good. Excellent reflexes. You manage to leap quickly backwards as a pit opens up beneath you. The pit is about 2 meters deep You should be able to lower yourself into it easily. I guess if there was something bad in there, it would tell me? Looking around, you find yourself in a rocky chamber. Patches of slime have collected in pools on the floor, and there are bones and skulls scattered around the room. You're a little worried about the noise that the pit trap has made, but you're even more worried by the grunting you can hear coming from the chamber to the north. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. This friend is not very friend-shaped. Before you can collect your thoughts, a large ugly head pokes around the corner and a troll emerges from the darkness. They have a cave troll. I mean... fuck it. You drink the potion. You can see a look of astonishment spread across the troll's face. He comes up to you and feels for you, but you step aside and he gropes the air fruitlessly. He thrashes around, clutching for you, but you're easily able to sidestep. Oh my goodness, look at that! Got my luck pushed. Eventually he gives up and returns to his chamber. Just in time you feel yourself reappearing. See, I'm not sure whether or how many uses each item has above and beyond like that. For example, was there other places that I could have used the potion? Like, some items I've gotten, like that runestone in the dwarf heal. Like, I know what that's for because of the previous playthrough. It's that corridor of hands, you can kind of ward them off. But is there another use for that stone? It feels like that's a very specific use. The key will have a specific use, probably, or maybe it opens multiple doors. I don't know. Was the potion able to be used elsewhere? I do not know. But I kind of feel like if it's giving me the option to use an item, and it looks like it's going to do something good, then I probably should use it, you know? I've just dodged a troll fight. Probably would have fucked my stamina up. We'll see, we'll see. Eventually you reach the foot of a staircase cut into the rock. You ascend the stairs, and they end at a wooden door with rusty hinges. Listening at the door, you can hear some scratching sounds. You have no other option but to enter. I mean... oh, it's a ratty boy. Ooh, what the hell's that? You try the handle and it creaks open. You step into a bare room scattered with bones. There is an opening in the wall opposite, and 2 doors to the east and west. Gnawing at the bones are 3 giant rats which stop to look at you entering. They are giant rats, look at them. Beasts. Each is over a meter long, and their scarred hides indicate they are fighters. You will have to take them on if you're going to get through the room, as they no doubt see you as a tasty meal. Cheese. Here, have some cheese! You toss the cheese across the room. The rats, they scramble for it, nipping and scratching at each other as they fight for it. This looks like an opportunity for escape, with the only easy exit being the north opening. Okay. Leaving the rat room, you find yourself in a rough-hewn antechamber. It appears to be some kind of experiment lab. Tables with sorted vials, flasks, books, and other wizarding paraphernalia litter the room. But what catches your attention is a horrid mess near the middle of the room. An acrid smell catches in your nostrils, and you see a pool of oozing, grotesque goo. Thin wisps of vapor rise from the noxious-smelling substance. Hello again, Freya. You've come back to harass me. A chalk outline appears to have been hastily scribbled around the pool. It seems to be acting as a magical barrier between the ooze and the rest of the room. It seems that the goo is the result of some kind of accident, and whoever was here has hastily tried to contain it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. If someone's warded this goo away, who am I to disturb it? I'm not a wizard in this game, so... oh my god, look at those red eyes in the darkness. They're really prominent and super spooky. You pass through an old mine shaft with wooden beams supporting the roof. My god, there's so much more of this game I haven't explored. The mine shaft opens up into a wide cavern, which is effectively a crossroads. The ways north and west are high and wide clefts through the rock. The way to the east is much narrower with a lower ceiling. I'm gonna go east, because that suggests it's either gonna be... actually, I don't really know what it suggests. I'm gonna do it anyway. Some stairs. That looks good. Ooh, spitters. You reach some stone steps that rise upwards, and you begin to climb. A collection of stalactites hang from the ceiling, and by the light of your lantern, you can see the rocky projections are strung with thick spider's webs. As you reach for a landing, you eye movement above you. Looking up in horror, you see several large red spiders starting to descend towards you, letting themselves down on strong silken threads. Don't like this. Oh, it's a very narrow little... but then again, actually, a 3x4 with a couple of obstacles is not actually that's... Oh, they're... Let's hope that they attack forward. Yes. They're probably going to attack diagonally now. No, they just attack forward. Nice. Oh no, they do spit longer. Oh, actually, then again, it was alright. Kind of left myself. I'm going to assume it's spitting. Yes! That's going to attack, so I'm going to attack it. Okay, spiders aren't too bad. You just have to be aware of what they can and can't do. But yeah, they're fairly weak. Tactically. What are you doing, Freya? Wiggling about. She likes to be a lap cat. It's like, I think she likes the idea, but I don't know whether my lap is quite to her liking. She sort of like sits on it for a while, and then she'll like fidget, and then she'll move, and then she'll rotate, and then like literally now I'm not even doing anything, and she's just like, nah, kind of bored now. Gonna just get onto your desk and then get back on the floor. She's just like just bored of being on my lap. With the spiders all dead, you continue to climb the steps. You reach what appears to be a dead end, and feeling around in the darkness, you can make out the shape of a large lever set into the rock wall. As you trace your fingers across the wall, your keen eye notices faint shafts of light flickering through the rock. Looks like there's a secret door here. Behind you, down the steps, you can hear the faint sound of movement. It sounds like there are more Firetop spiders with nowhere else to go. Gotta pull the lever. The lever feels stiff. You need to apply all of your strength to pull it down. In the distance, you hear the clunking sounds of unseen mechanism. And the rock that previously blocked your passage slides away, revealing a cave beyond. You can hear the rushing of water in the distance, and the air feels damp. You have a feeling that you are moving into a new section of the mountain. Oh, fancy that! The cave opens up into a chamber. After a moment, you hear the unseen mechanism again, and the rock wall slides back into place. The chamber is covered in sand, and there are two possible ways out here. One leading to what seems to be a cave in the southwest, and a passageway widening to the northwest. Let's have a little look at the cave. Oh, hello. Just spiders. Just immediately just spiders. Well, spiders, if they're anything like the other ones, which they should be, because I'm pretty sure they're the same, they shouldn't be too bloody difficult. Sucker. Okay. You finish off the Firetop spiders, and they collapse on the ground with a horrific shriek. Their legs curl up, and they finally lie still. The only thing within the Firetop spider's nest of interest is a rather sinister-looking niche, covered in a thick webbing. You approach the small niche and begin to enter. The sticky webbing starts to cling to you as you touch it. Slowly and awkwardly, you wander deeper into the cave. Why am I doing this? Failing to notice the shimmering eyes behind you, there is a small brief sting and you drift into a dreamless sleep. This is bad. Waking up, you discover that you've been wrapped in a cocoon. Struggling to free yourself, you discover you are unable to move. As you attempt to move your head, you can see the corpse of another unfortunate adventure. You are filled with a nauseous feeling of dread. Without warning, the body bursts open and 1,000 small spiders swarm out, heading straight toward their latest meal. All you can do is scream in agony as they begin to feed on you. Soon you cannot even do that as they fill your mouth. Your last memories of spiders feeding on you and the burning pain of 1,000 bites. Good fucking God. Oh, it was ages ago when I went to the bench. I do want to be resurrected, but it's been ages since I went to the bench. It wasn't that long ago, I suppose. I'm gonna go westwards. Again. Oh dear. Oh dear. Whee! I'm gonna bump my head. Not too seriously hurt though. Ah, okay, 1 stamina. So, bad room, horrible troll boy. Yeah, we don't want him. Let's go invisible again, since that seemed to work quite well. Yay! Slip away to the north. And inside we find our little ratty boys. Hungry for cheese, apparently. I mean, cheese is pretty good. We have the spoopy slime that's warded. It's probably some kind of semi-sentient ooze. I'm just gonna ignore it again. Let's get back to where we were. That's my idea. Is like, I've lost a life. Let's get back to where we were and make a slightly different decision. Kind of curious about the other chambers, though. Oh, there's a doggo. Oh, there's a save point there. So let's go, west. As you travel westward, you are surprised to see light at the end of the tunnel. Before long, you find yourself standing in a cave mouth, a third of the way up the mountain. Before you is a treacherous cliff face. The protruding overhangs and rocky projections might make it possible for a giant to scale the mountainside, but it would be a much greater challenge for anyone of a more diminutive stature. Oh, cool, achievement. The view is incredible, however. The waters of the Red River sparkle in the sunlight, and you can even make out wisps of smoke rising from the dwarf settlement of Stonebridge several leagues away to the west. Oh, what a fantastic direction to go! Yeah, let's sit on the bench and rest. Hell yeah! Like, why would I not go down there? But, like I said before, I don't want to go too crazy with different directions and stuff. But I know that's forward, so screw it. Well, oh, the passage widens and you realize you're about to enter a large cavern. However, asleep at the mouth of the cave is a huge wolfhound. Suddenly it wakes, sniffs the air, and then angrily begins to bark at you. Must have caught wind of your scent. Its actions have alerted its master, and you hear thundering footsteps pounding towards you. It's a giant. You realize this oversized humanoid must be at least 3 meters tall, dressed in a leather tunic. The creature has abandoned his meal to find out what his pet is so excited about. Oh boy. Well, I think this is too much excitement for this episode. So, yeah, I know, I'm going to do this again. So until next time, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it, and cheerio.